Good afternoon, everybody. This is Alan Beckley. I'm the inventor of the Wonder Wallet, coming to you from my studio here in Plano, Texas. I'm here today to share with you a sort of recruiting talk, right? Recruiting time. I want to share with you why you, yes, you, should be an inventor. So let me set the stage and use an example from myself. I'm going to go back in time 8 years. Why 8 years? Well, 8 years because I've been full-time as an inventor for 8 years. So I want to go back to my corporate experience because I'm betting that you guys, many of you guys, are there today where I was then. So let's set the stage. Let me go back in time 8 years. It was about this time, the afternoon, late afternoon, and I'd just gotten out of my 4th meeting of the day. Wow, don't you love meetings? I'm sure you do. I did, right? Okay, so it's the 4th meeting of the day, and it was on an exciting topic like, I want to say, new policies and procedures. Let me just tell you, if you're an inventor or creative person, you know what's your Darth Vader, your nemesis? Policies and procedures. So anyway, so it was a boring topic, like something like new policies and procedures. So I got back to my desk and I looked down at my task list that I'd made when I'd come in that morning at 8 o'clock for my respective clients. I looked down, there were four things on the task list that I wanted to get done that day. I looked down, oy vey, I had not gotten a single one done. Not one, zero. I've been busy all day. I've been in meetings, unfortunately, all day, like new policies and procedures, but I didn't get a single of my key tasks done for my clients. I was super frustrated. I was just thinking to myself and I was saying, I have got to get out of here. I mean, it's not bad to have the job. It pays well. Everything else, it's high stress. But for me, I have got to get out of here. Anybody here ever identified with that? 8 years ago, I said to myself, I have got to get out of here. Now let me flash forward 8 years to the present time. Today's a nice day. Here's my corporate uniform. That's pretty tough. I haven't been in any meetings today, and we haven't had anything about policies and procedures. And this is my workplace. And my colleague over there is my cat. That ain't so bad. So that's a little different environment than I was in 8 years ago. It took a lot of work to get here, full disclosure. So anyways, back to the main topic, why it is you should be an inventor. All right, so I'm going to give you 2 promises and 1 possibility if you choose to become an inventor. Promise number 1, if you choose to be an inventor, your life will be more interesting. I guarantee it. Sounds like the Men Warehouse commercial from old. Anyways, but I guarantee your life will be more interesting. Why? Because you will be doing different things you might have never done before, like learning how to prototype your product. My first product was a thin leather wallet. Here's one of my early prototypes. It's pretty ugly, right? You can see it's kind of sewed up. I sewed it up myself, and it's kind of floppy. It's not really going to work too well, but that's what one of my early prototypes looked like. So I learned how to do prototyping. And just for comparison, I bought this in the store yesterday at Walmart. And this is what Wonder Wallet, my product, looks like today. So we went from this, believe it or not, that I sewed up to this. I think that's interesting. So prototyping is interesting. Also, because I manufactured in China for about 8 years, I also learned how to work with Chinese manufacturers. This meant that I knew the time difference. So when I needed to make a phone call, about 9 or 9:30 p.m., if I got on the phone, a Skype call, for example, it'd be 8:30 in the morning in China. So then I could make a phone call. So working with Chinese manufacturers, working with shipping, you know, I just have to say that was interesting. Also, so that's promise number 1. If you become an inventor, your life will be more interesting. All right. Promise number 2, your life will be more exciting. Okay, who does not want more excitement in your life? I do. I love excitement. Yeah. You know, excitement's like Machu Picchu and funny things like that. So your life will be more exciting. So for example, early excitement for me was I was able to take my product, my invention, to 92 million viewers on QVC. So picture this, the very first time on QVC, I've risked $25,000 shipping in product to their warehouse. The lights go up, it's 12:30 at night. There's the host, there's the camera, millions of people watching, and I have 5 minutes to tell them what's cool and great about my product. If it goes well, I'll sell a lot of wallets. If it goes poorly, it's probably my last trip on QVC. How's that for exciting? Well, the good news is I was successful. I sold a lot of wallets on QVC. In fact, I was on QVC for 2 years, and I know we sold over 5,000 wallets. Not quite a Lori Grenier experience, but not bad. So that's pretty exciting. You know, the possibility that you could be on national television, you know, pitching or spieling your product, that's kind of cool. And also, as part of it, I mentioned China and manufacturing in China. I made 2 different trips to China. One to see the factory, and you know, another when my daughter was actually in Beijing, which was fun too. All right, so promise number 1, your life will be more interesting if you're an inventor. Promise number 2, your life will really be more exciting. So number 3 is not a promise, but a possibility. And I want to finish with that. So if you are successful, and there is no guarantee you'll be successful, but if you are successful, maybe this can be your corporate uniform. Maybe you can schedule your own time. Perhaps you could have the joy, as I have, of going out to your mailbox, opening it up, and having a big royalty check there, and realizing you didn't have to do anything to earn that royalty check. Well, you did, but you don't have to work for it, right? You don't have to drive to the office, etc. So you get a royalty check, and it means that this is what's happening. It means your product is selling well because no sales, no royalty check. But it's so exciting the first time you get a royalty check. Not guaranteed, but it's pretty exciting. And right now I'm working on closing a deal with an inventor that I think is going to go through, that we should have a licensing agreement very soon. So I'm very excited about that. So it's a possibility. If you succeed, you can make your own schedule. You can decide how to use your time. You can decide if you want to go on vacations to exotic places like Australia and Peru. So your life can be a little bit different than maybe it is today. So thank you very much for your time and for your attention. And don't forget, my website is alanbeckley.com, ALANBECKLEY.com. And coming to you this fall is the launch webinar that will be November 15th. And details are on my website. So thank you very much, and I appreciate your time. And 再见。